The three main figures have been at my Walmart for months, since before Christmas. I just keep eyeballing them, but I never bought them. And then I saw the toy fair that they were coming out with the bikes, so I'm getting them. I'm getting them all.
Biker from Mars. Hello and welcome to my channel where we talk about collecting dolls and figures, comics, animation, and other nerd stuff. Here I am with the Biker Mice from Mars collection. I have both the bikes and the bros. As I mentioned previously, I had been on the fence about these even though I loved this show as a kid. It came out in my mid-teens. I was so crazy for it. I did fan fiction, I did fan art, I had OCs, I was on the message board. They've been at Walmart forever. No one else buys them but me apparently, because they just sat there on the shelves. But as soon as the bikes started coming out, I knew I had to get the figures. Because the bikes are cool, and they are so big. These bikes are so big. I don't have any of the old figures to compare size-wise, but they are just massive, and I feel like these prices are actually really good. The figures, I believe, are around $30, and then the bikes maybe around $40. I bought these at the beginning of the year-ish. I bought them directly after the toy fair where they were showing the bikes, and I ran just to get the bros, because then I thought the bikes would come out later, but it just so happened the bikes were already out, so I grabbed the bikes too. I just bought them all in a big lot. And this says right here, the Nancelverse, which they have been buying up a bunch of IP that I don't care about other than Biker Mice from Mars. They are coming out with a new animated series soon. I'm not sure if they're just going to start from the beginning again or if it's going to pick up from the old 90s series. There was a reboot in like 2006? And it was bad. It also tried to pick up from where the 90s left off, and it was really terrible. So I don't know what they're going to do this time, but they've also there's been like a prequel comic series, and it was actually really true to the animated series, the original one. I was quite impressed with how true it was to it. So here's hoping that the animated series will also be good. I actually have a friend who's been a friend of mine in the fandom for a while, and she works with the company doing I don't know, like quality control or like consistency, where she has helped on the scripting of the comic books and also the scripting of the animated series to keep it to pretty much keep it in universe and keep the characters true and all that kind of thing. So hopefully this will be a good series. But these figures look pretty good. They look quite close to the show. They do talk a little bit about the characters on the back. But we just get kind of these. I know this art well. These pictures are literally the character models from the old animated series. I know because I had copies and I printed them out. Because I was a huge nerd as a teenager and I'm still a huge nerd. But we are not going to look at the boxes too much. I am curious who made them, like what company made the figures, but I'm not sure. There's not really anything about it, about the company that produced the figures. So we're just going to, I'm going to open them all up as usual, and then we'll come back and take a look at these figures out of the box. Alright, I'm back. A little bit later than I thought I would be, because I was playing with my toys. I was playing with them instead of filming a review. So here we are. We're gonna do the bikes first. They take up a lot of room. I brought my little, this is IDW Raphael's bike, to just kind of show, like, these bikes are so big. They are so big. Like, I feel like this is a typical action figure size for a bike, and these are just huge bikes. But they're really cool. I like them a lot. They come with a little poop cloud that you can put them on so they don't fall over. This one's Throttle's bike. His does have a kickstand, so it can kind of stay up without this thing. And these stick to the wheels really good. As you can see, they hold up the bikes quite well. We'll just kind of see the different features the bike has. It turns real good. Wheels are nice. One of these moved. This moves. And then these came separately and I just stuck them in there. And then this came separately. The bikes have guns in the show that the guns kind of like go away when they're not using them and then pop back up. And the bike came with these as well, but I can't, like, they don't look right. Like, they're not facing the right way. I'm not sure. So here's the bike. Like, they're supposed to face forward, but they're facing down. I don't know. I'm probably not going to keep those on the bike because I can't figure it out, or maybe they just are crappy. I don't know. But here's the art on the back of the bike boxes is pretty nice. I'm pretty sure that this is also character model art from the show, but the bike boxes also came with this art. And this is not as good. This is kind of shitty art. This is more the 2006 reboot type art. It's not as good. But anyway, back to the bikes. The bikes do light up. I got the little thing here. And then let's see, this should light up. It does. It's hard to tell because there is... Let's see if I turn this off. There, you can see it lights up. Very cool. I think they are quite worth the money. They're really nice. Here's Moto's. His doesn't come with a kickstand. He doesn't have too much stuff that moves. These were separate and I put them in. Moves good. The wheels move good. They're pretty solid. They're really on model. They look exactly like the bikes from the show. In this one, this is how it came with this front piece that has all the guns out. But you can, I got this to pop off earlier. Yep, you can remove it if you just want the regular one and just put it in without the guns. Let's see if I can get it to pop on. I had a hard time popping it back on the first time. There we go. Nope. And there is this button right here. Makes it turn on. This really, like I said, I had a hard time getting this on the first time. No, I could not get it on there. Maybe if I play with it later. So I put this back on. I'll turn off this light so you can see the light. I think that's so cool that they light up. And you can just push the buttons and they turn off and on. And here is Vinny's bike. Vinny's bike is my favorite. It's just such a cool bike. It's got like this suspension, like you can squeeze this. Wheels, this wheel doesn't turn quite as easy. Like you can tell there's some resistance. This one turns pretty good. There's no turning up here, but these, the little handles, you can adjust. And once again, the little fire things came separate and I just put them in, though like this is gonna get burned up. But I thought this was really cool. It came kind of separate and I was like, where am I supposed to put this? But it's magnetized, so it just stays on there. Very, very cool bike. If you are not familiar with the show, the bikes actually are AI, and so they can drive without their riders. How did I turn this guy on? I took him out of the box and there it is. It's this right here. That one shows up pretty good. But yeah, those are the bikes. And then I will go get the bros. All right, here's my boys. They do kind of stand on their own. Vinny I keep playing with. I've got him in such weird positions that he's not super balanced, but you can finagle them and they'll stand on their own kind of. But I'm sure if I accidentally bump either of these, they're gonna fall right over. But they are so nice. I changed all the heads. They came with just kind of blank faced heads, and then they have a second head that has more personality and expression, and I changed all the heads because I really like these. They also come with helmeted heads as well, which are really nice. You can't get rid of the glass or anything. Really nice heads. And these figures, they are so much fun. As I said, I'd been playing with them. They're so much fun to move and pose. I think I've been using too much, or been playing with too many Ninja Turtles. Like they've all had really stiff joints, and these joints are just so easy to move, but they're not super loose. And hopefully they won't get loose. But the knee joints especially, they're so easy. Look at that. Look how easy. And they're double jointed. The elbows too are double jointed, and they're just really nice joints. They look really good with the sculpt. Like there's no pose. I mean, this kind of looks a little odd, but they don't look too bad. You know, some figures you bend the elbow or something, it doesn't look right, just to try to get more articulation. But they've got the ball joint, and then the thighs swivel, and they've got the swivelly joints on the feet. There we go. It kind of rotates a little and points the toe a bit. They have amazing chest joints. Lots of bend. I love this. I kept playing with Vinny and making him do like side to side. Do 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 do. These toys are fun. These toys are fun. The tail is on a ball joint. It doesn't have a lot of movement, but you can move the tail up like when they're sitting on the bikes, so the tail is not in the way. For Vinny, he's got his little handkerchief that they look like they could be removed. The belts too aren't actually part of the mold. I thought that was interesting. The booty though, booties are a little flat. I would have been okay with a little more booty, but I really like these figures. They're so much fun. On model, they just, yeah, close up on that crazy face. They're so much fun. Here's Throttle, and they got the tattoo, they got all the earrings correct, the faces look really close. Like, they just catch their personalities so good. He's got lots of good chest crunch here. This, his vest is very, very soft, so it doesn't really get in the way of any of his movements. Not even this, really. Like, this is loose, and the leg can swivel just fine. He can't, because he's the fluffy one. He's got hair back here that kind of like prevents him from looking up as much as the other two do. But he just looks so good. Once again, flat booty though. They all got flat booties. And with the tails, like I was playing with Moto's first and it popped right out. He has a very shallow butthole for the tail. his pops out really easy, but I didn't think Throttles or Vinny's moved until I fiddled with it. They were in there kind of tight. But I love these faces. Ah, here's Moto with his face. Cheesing the camera. Such good, I love the crunch. Man, I've always hated this armor thing that he has, though, largely because I would have to draw it. I drew so much biker mice when I was a teen. And I hated drawing this thing. I didn't really get it, and I still don't really get it. I'm pretty sure the new animated series, they're going to be really close on model, but I totally wouldn't have minded if they redesigned this chess piece a little. But, love his boots. There's his tail. Like, you can just see this is a very shallow hole here for this tail. So we gotta keep an eye on that. But they just look so good. I love it. I really love these characters a lot. They just all have big personalities. They were a lot of fun to watch. And the writing of this show was also really fun. A lot of this genre of cartoon that came out in the 90s and the late 80s, a lot of them were trying to sell toys, and this show didn't feel quite like it was trying to sell toys. They were just trying to tell a story. There were toys, there weren't a lot, but you could tell there were some shows where every episode they were trying to peddle something. But this show, they were just having fun, and the show was a lot of fun. And I love all three characters. I kind of go back and forth over which of the three are my favorite. 100% boyfriend material, all three. Sensitive, responsible, will go pick up tampons for you. They're just my boys. I'm gonna quickly look at all the other stuff they came with. Here's Vinny. They each came with 2 sets of hands. They all came with super weird weapons, which I think is what which was like a callback to the old toys. So I'm not entirely sure. I don't have the old toys. This like claw thing, I guess he can play with. It does move. How did it move? There it goes. Like it goes. It's not fun though. Like it's really hard to make it do the thing. And he comes with this crowbar thing, which I think is very Vinny. Like he's gonna go out and be a menace for sure. Here's what the box says about them. It says Throttle, leader of the biker mice. That's true. He usually calls the plays. He's their strategist. There's Moto. They call him the cyborg mouse, which I don't really know if that's true. He has a metal arm and then a prosthetic eye, and that's the only thing cyborg about him. I wouldn't rate him as a cyborg. I feel like you gotta have a little bit more. And then Vinny, they say the mouse with a cool attitude, and I don't agree with that at all. I think it should have said absolute menace on it. Throttle came with this disc thing. I don't know, like it kind of turns, and these fit in there too, but I don't know what this is. Like you can't think you can do anything with it. Like it doesn't move, does it shoot? Oh, it might. Oh, it's not fun. Whatever it does, it's not fun. I don't like that. Okay, and here's Moto. There's his head. We'll show the throttle head. The helmet heads are really nice too. They just look so good. They're so on model. I love it. Moto just came with a big old gun that doesn't do anything. I would have preferred, because this arm that he has is also a gun, I would have preferred just a second arm with the gun out. And then they all came with guns. They're all the same size, same color. And then I just have a buttload of hot dogs, because all the figures came with hot dogs, and all the bikes came with hot dogs, and they were very, very proud of it. For those who don't know, just like how Ninja Turtles like pizza, the biker mice like hot dogs and root beer. So I think it would have been fun if, we'll say like the figures came with hot dogs, and then the bikes came with mugs of root beer. That would have been fun, but I do have a buttload of hot dogs now. I don't know what to do with. Good hands though. I like the hands. Hot dog gripping hands. Oh, oh nope, it's still there. Throttles, nuke nucks are still there. Yeah, I don't know why I slept on these figures. I love them. They're so much fun. I was just gonna display them on their bikes, like down in the corner of I've got a shelf that's empty, but I like playing with them. We'll see what we do with them. I'm gonna try to get them on the bikes and see how well they sit on the bikes. All right, I got them on the bikes. It really wasn't too bad. I would say the hardest part is getting their hands on the handles. And I just used the hands that they came with in the box, and they hold the handles real good. As you can see, like, he sits perfect. Throttle sits perfect on his bike. Feet reaches the little, I don't know, the little foot stands or whatever. There's this, I guess we can pop that back up. This, like, I tried to get this back on again, and it just does not want to stay. Like, this pops on so easy, and you can hear it click and it stays, and this I cannot get it on. But yeah, Moto fits. His butt is floating a little bit. I bet if we played with it a little bit more, we could get him sitting all the way. But they just fit so perfect. I thought Vinny would be the most difficult because he has this forward posture with this bike. These pop out, like they go in and pop out, so I think that helps with it. But he also, his butt kind of floats, and I couldn't really get him to sit all the way down. But he is having a great time. I really like these figures. If you're thinking about getting them, I highly recommend them. I love them. I love them. I can't believe I spent so much time just thinking about that and not getting them. I will say the bikes made the sale. When I thought it was just them for some reason, I was like, oh, I like it. But I was always buying something else. I'm like, well, maybe later. I don't know. But as soon as they said the bikes were coming out and the bikes looked so good, I couldn't pass it up. I had to get them. But I think that will do it for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Dun 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 dun.